We're following some breaking news out of Commerce City tonight. An Amber Alert has been issued for a 4-year-old boy who police say was forcibly taken from his home this afternoon.
Right now, police are in a standoff at a home on Jasper Drive, south of the Buffalo Run Golf Course, and officers are telling us they believe that the guy who's holed up in the house is Jeremy Chavez, who took the child. Police also say they believe that this is the kid's father that we're talking about. 9 News reporter Shalima Maharaj has been on this ever since our phones buzzed with that Amber Alert this afternoon. Shalima, you just spoke with Commerce City Police. First off, anything about where this boy might be?
You know, this is the troubling part here. They still have no idea exactly where this boy is. In terms of what we know at this point, they are still continuing to look for the little boy. Right now, here at the cul-de-sac, it is blocked off by a number of police vehicles. And so negotiators are continuing to try to speak to the person inside of the home. They are saying things like, you know, please come outside peacefully. Right now, they are continuing to do that. I'll step out of the way so you can see a little bit of what we are observing from afar over here. Police did locate the pickup truck that was listed in the Amber Alert a short distance from this home. No one inside of that vehicle. Now, Commerce City Police say they are not 100% sure, like you mentioned, that the person inside the house is Jeremy Sanchez. However, police are calling out, and they have been for some time since we arrived. Jeremy, we know you're inside the house. Please come outside peacefully. They got a report that a man forced his way into the home earlier this evening through a back door, and the people who lived there left. Now, they have since informed police that there may be weapons inside of the home. Let's take a listen to Commerce City Police.
It's a very tenuous situation. People are on pins and needles, and it's nothing that our officers aren't used to doing. We have a very active SWAT team with a lot of call-outs, but it's still very dangerous.
Now, according to that Amber Alert that was issued, Sean Chavez suffers from a medical condition. He does not have the medication that he needs. Now, I do want to make sure that we give you this description properly. He was last seen wearing a gray zip-up sweatshirt, a short-sleeved shirt with dinosaurs on it, and blue jeans. Now, a shelter-in-place was issued for residents of this neighborhood right now. As you can see, still a very busy scene, but we are going to keep you posted, and we'll bring you the very latest updates. Reporting live, Shalima Maharaj, 9 News.
The city of Denver is making moves that suggest it's ditching its controversial partner on license plate reading cameras, a company called Flock. 9 News has learned Mayor Mike Johnson's office is asking other companies to come in and submit bids to run their surveillance camera network. City Council is no fan of Flock after Denver's data was put into a national network and after 9 News uncovered that Flock had a contract with the Border Patrol, despite the company telling the public it did not have any federal contracts. Now, the city of Denver can't legally say right now that Flock will not get the new contract, but if the city was happy with Flock, the city confirmed it could just simply extend the company's contract again. The mayor has been a staunch supporter of the camera system itself and bypassed city council to keep Flock in charge while they sorted this out. Multiple sources tell 9 News they expect that Axon and Motorola will be in the mix to try and land this contract.
Pretty slow go tonight along the I-70 mountain corridor. Many people are heading up to ski for the holiday weekend, which has led to a number of crashes we've been watching, some road closures over the course of the night. The snow is expected to continue overnight with a few inches of accumulation likely by tomorrow morning. Just remember, if you do plan on driving up tomorrow, watch out for some leftover slick spots.
9 News meteorologist Corey Rappenhagen, we're agreed, right? Nobody complains about anything snow related. So like no complaints about the traffic, no complaints about anything related to snow.
Yeah, in a year like this, even those that are involved in that crash on I-70 really shouldn't call that out on the snow tonight. We got some very heavy snow though over about a 2-hour period tonight. Got about 3 inches. That's since let up here. We've got a few flurries going at the tunnels. It's not even sticking to the roadway anymore. So travel issues are in the clear for tonight. Although the snow will likely continue to fall until 5 a.m. That's where you have the winter weather advisory that will cancel out by about that time tomorrow morning. Here in the Denver metro area, some low clouds across the area, and we've actually got some raindrops falling out of here. Temperatures way too warm to create snow, but we'll take it any way we can get it. We'll take some rain across the area because we are warming up and drying out across the weekend. We could even be talking about some record high temperature and some grass fire danger that's coming up in the full forecast in just a few minutes.
Lindsey Vonn hopes to go home after a fourth surgery following a brutal crash in the Winter Olympics. The legendary skier says her next surgery is set for tomorrow, and if all goes well, she'll return home to the U.S. Vonn crashed just 13 seconds into her run during Sunday's race before being airlifted off the course. The 41-year-old says she fractured her tibia in the crash and says she'll need a fifth surgery at some point after coming home. Figure skating is underway tonight in prime time, the 2026 Winter Olympics in Italy. And while the world's best are on the ice in Milan, Colorado is home to a gold medal figure skater that changed the sport.
A legend. Peggy Fleming trained at the Broadmoor. She got gold in the 1968 Olympics, became a national icon. Our man in Milan, Matt Renew, is along now. And Matt, you had a chance to catch up with Peggy Fleming at home in Colorado before you went across the pond. And what? She's hanging out in our state these days trying to retire.
Yeah, that's a hard thing, Kyle and Alex, for Peggy to do. You know, she's been so involved with skating first, obviously as an Olympic champion, then as a broadcaster. She still skates in those circles following athletes. She's a big advocate of early breast cancer screening, but really these days just wants to spend more time with her family and painting.
There have been some amazing athletes in figure skating, but few have captured the hearts of Americans like Peggy Fleming.
I started when I was 9 years old, and I won my first championship. And then the next championship, I came in dead last.
Her Colorado home is filled with a lifetime of skating.
We did a lot of fundraising.
And Olympic memorabilia.
This is a 1936 Olympic flag.
She also still has her first skating trophy earned at the age of 9.
1960.
By 12, Fleming was an up-and-coming athlete on the U.S. figure skating team when tragedy forever shaped her career.
It took all the top coaches in the whole country, and I was 12 when it happened.
In 1961, 18 members of the U.S. figure skating team died in a plane crash near Brussels.
Wiped our sport out. It took us a long time to build back up.
Fleming became part of the rebuilding. At that time, training at the Broadmoor in Colorado Springs, she would win 3 world titles. Then, in 1968, she skated at the Winter Olympics in France.
People were paying attention to choreography and music choices and costume choices.
Her costume was a dress her mother made, now on display at the U.S. Olympic and Paralympic Museum in Colorado Springs.
My mother made it, and she made the choice of choosing chartreuse. And she thought that's like a new beginning, a new life.
It helped. At those Olympics, Peggy won the only gold medal for the United States.
That doesn't happen anymore.
Then the best female figure skater in the world stepped away from professional competitions, performing at ice shows and working nearly 3 decades as an ABC commentator.
I did 28 years with ABC, covering skating. And it was fun. It was like a traveling family.
It was a busy life that in 1998,
I was lucky. I felt very lucky.
took an unexpected turn when Peggy was diagnosed with breast cancer.
I happened to stretch. I was tired and stretched in front of the mirror, and I thought it was a pulled muscle, and I didn't have it on the other side.
By her side the entire time,
We've been married 55 years.
her husband Gray,
And these are our 3 grandsons.
and a growing family.
We're so grateful. We've got, 2 wonderful sons and 3 grandsons.
These days, Peggy's focused on painting and creating art,
Focusing on details.
but she's still rooted in skating. She helped install a bench at the Broadmoor honoring her 1961 teammates.
And I said, we should have something there that people can read and they know what happened. And they ended up doing this beautiful plaque.
We don't believe there are any survivors.
Memories that flooded back when Flight 5342 crashed into a Black Hawk Army helicopter over Washington, D.C., killing 11 skaters and 4 coaches.
That was devastating. It was, you just couldn't believe it that it happened again. And we lost so many young skaters and coaches and parents and friends.
Now Fleming says U.S. figure skating has to pick itself up again.
And I think that's true of any athlete. I think when you test yourself to be the best that you can be.
With a resilience Fleming showed the world 58 years ago. and with a busy life of grace on and off the ice.
It's been a great life. It's been way too busy though.
So great to hear from Peggy. She and her husband Greg owned a vineyard in California for about 12 years, and some of the proceeds of that went to breast cancer awareness, and she's still very active with the U.S. figure skating team. Reporting from the 2026 Winter Olympics in Italy, I'm Matt Renew, 9 News. Kyle, Alex, so great to hear from her. She took her family, all of them, to Mexico to celebrate Greg's 80th birthday. So really, it's just about her family right now, but it'd be great to be standing next to her right now after Ilya Malinen's skate last night here at the Olympics.
All right, and we were saying earlier tonight, what a rich life, right? Like not a life without challenge or without some struggles in it, but what a fulfilling life it seems like she's led.
You're right, Kyle. It's like so many of us. I mean, we all see maybe the positive side, the good things that happened in her life, but there have been difficulties, and it's just like any one of us out there that have had our struggles. And so, yeah, it's just been a really cool life. It's great that she's in Colorado. It's great that she's spending time with her family, and it was also great that she spent some time with us.
Yes, indeed. Hardest working man in show business. Matt Renew, thank you for taking time to talk to us.